Hello. This is a little different than normal. Oh well. So, I run a lot of D&D games, and I play a lot of D&D games, and most of those games are played online. Because of that, most of those games are played in a Discord server. This is a little example server I've made based on a simple template. And I'm just going to run through the channels, show what they're for, show how they could maybe make your online D&D game a little better. Starting at the top, we have game news, which is used for telling everyone what's happening with the game. Is a session happening? Is it delayed? What's going on just with scheduling? Both of the channels in this information section are set up so that only the server owner, or you could also set it up so only people with a GM role can type in it, can use it. This is world info. It's for describing stuff about the world that's like different from the assumed D&D setting. Occasionally I also put in a homebrew rules channel, which has some rules that like are custom that I made up, just so that the players know them all. Then we get into the channels everyone uses. General, which is just for chatting about the game. I often use this to ask people questions about scheduling before putting them in game news. It's also good to just give the players a chance to talk about how the game is going. Characters, which is where people can post descriptions or just talk about either player characters. I've seen some GMs use it to have NPC info listed. With this one, we've got a little example. A lot of servers I'm in, usually we post art there. In this channel, roleplay is for little out-of-session chatting between the characters, usually in character, sometimes just, however your group does role-playing. And this is probably one of the channels that gets used the most on most groups I'm on. And then memes is where people... This is honestly probably one of the most useful channels, just because it keeps random memes and jokes about the game out of the other three, right? It gives people a place to make little fun jokes, and I think every good D&D game has some fun jokes, but it also lets the rest of the channels not get clogged up with them. And then in the voice channels category, these are usually used during online sessions the most. We have the general voice chat. This is usually where the main brunt of the session happens. Bot commands, which is only visible to the GM, usually, just so that people don't, rickroll the entire party with the music bot, which has happened a couple times. Dice rolls, which is available to everyone. So if the GM, usually this is used for initiative, so the GM's like, okay, everyone roll initiative, put the result in dice rolls, right? It just keeps everything easy, means people don't have to talk over each other with dice results. And then muted is for putting in a little bit of table talk without, again, filling up the voice channel with random background conversation. And then going into these voice channels, I think I was the first GM in my group to really do this. Is we have 1-on-1, 1-on-2, and 1-on-3. So that's for okay, your character's doing this thing without the rest of the party, right? Come to 1-on-1, and we'll discuss what's going on there. And then from there, and it gives a really good tension to general. It allows you to put in that bit of feeling of pulling someone aside to another room. It lets the player in 1-on-1 feel sort of special. And, lets you have a tighter control of the information in the game, which is always a useful tool to have. That's really it. Aside from that, you get the normal D&D, you get the normal Discord customization. You can change the name, change the header. I'll post a link to this server as a template for you guys to use in the description. I hope you enjoyed.